So, it's New Year's Day, or the beginning of a new school year, or actually any time of the year, and you decide, I want to learn a new language. But you have no idea which one. What do you do? Well, what shouldn't you do? Don't think back of your language learning days at school, whether they were good or bad. Most people actually have pretty bad memories of their language learning days. And they think, oh, I don't want to learn German. I had a horrible German teacher and it was horrible at school. Oh, I don't want to learn French. Oh, my French lessons were awful. We all have some memories like this. Ignore them, forget about them. Language learning as an adult is different. And actually, even language learning at school nowadays is different as well. At least I hope so. Don't ask your friends. Your friends may tell you about their language learning days, and they may say, oh, whatever you do, do not learn Spanish. Oh, I hated Spanish. I couldn't get on with it. On the contrary, they could also say to you, oh, learn Spanish. It's such a brilliant language. I love it. Well, just because they love it doesn't mean that you get on with it. So it's probably not the best idea either. And just enrolling in any random evening class. Get your college brochure out. Put your finger on it, just stab one of the courses. Oh, look, I'm doing Russian now. Well, if you feel brave, you may want to do this, but it could become quite costly because you're committing yourself whether you turn up or not. And if after the first lesson you realize, actually, I really picked the wrong language, what do you do then? So think about that one. So what could you do? How can you find out which language to learn? Now, one is your current job or your work-related ideas. Does your company already deal with foreign companies? Does it export to foreign countries? Does it import from foreign countries? Might it be a good idea if you learned that language? Or if there are more languages, maybe even give you a choice. It could possibly give you a better paid job. Obviously not if you're still a beginner. If you're a beginner, then at least you can say hello, goodbye, niceties on emails and things like this. But it could possibly give you a better paid job. If you're thinking of changing jobs, it may give you a better choice in any future jobs. Which countries are looking for people with your qualifications? Might it be worth to have a look what countries they are and what languages they speak? And that would apply for getting a job in your own country for a company that deals with people from the other country, or it may even give you a job in a different country eventually. So it's an idea to consider possibly work. Think of holidays. What are your favorite destinations? What languages do they speak there? What do you like doing when you go on holidays? Do you like visiting museums? Maybe then you could read a bit more about whatever you're looking at. Do you like traveling, or do you just like to lie on the beach? Again, it may be worth having a think of which languages are being spoken in these countries. You may even have relatives already abroad and never got round to learning the language that your relatives now speak. Obviously, you won't need the language to speak to them, but maybe to their neighbours or friends. You may even have some friends already abroad. So holidays is another good thought of thinking through. Your favourites. Do you have a favourite singer or author or sport? Some people I know support or are very interested in the German football teams. So then in that case it may be a good idea to learn German. Others may be more interested in other sports from other countries. You may like some singers. You may like some foreign authors and have only ever read their books in your own language. How about reading it in the original language? The same goes to songs and films. Do you have a favorite foreign film? Would you like to be able to watch it in its original language one day? And when you have thought all these thoughts through and you've come up with a couple of choices of languages, or maybe just one, that you wouldn't mind doing, then find out about some sample lessons. There are lots of free online resources. I will talk about them in the next video, that you can do and try out. Free apps as well. And you can have a sort of a feeling, do I actually like this language? Do I like the sound of it? If you go onto YouTube and listen to a song in a particular language, you get a feeling whether you like that language or not. So that may be another good idea. And then if you want to, I'm not very good at making graphs, but if you wanted to, you could actually turn this into a graph and sort of look at various languages you may consider and which gets the most points when you look at work. Is this a good one for work? Is this a good one for going on holidays? Is it a good one for my pastime activities or anything favorite? And hopefully, once you've tried out some free online resources, after you sort of narrowed it down a little bit, you should end up with a language that you will enjoy learning.